on 6/11 on your Friday evening, the city of Charlotte could be forced to pay potentially millions of dollars for the now dead I-77 expansion project. This as we give you a live look at I-77 near the Clanton Road exit. These are the southbound lanes going away from you here. Northbound moving a little bit slower, but still flowing in both directions.
Now, you'll remember City Council rescinded its support for the expansion project last month, leaving many people surprised.
Today, Senator Vicky Sawyer added an amendment to a bill that would require Charlotte to pay what the state lost because of the city's decision.
And WBTV's Dedrick Russell is joining us here live in the studio with reaction. So, Dedrick, what is Sawyer saying about this proposed legislation?
Well, John, the senator talked about her decision on a radio show this morning. I took a listen. She said, "This is not a joke. Charlotte will have to pay the money back," and says until the city does, money from the state to repave roads and potholes will be frozen. Now, let's take you to the amendment. It states any local government that voted in favor of removal shall be responsible for reimbursing the department for costs incurred by the department in connection with the project prior to removal. Now, in a 6-5 vote, Charlotte City Council members reversed its support from the project last month. The issue was that the state already spent about $60 million planning for that expansion project. The state wants its money back. Reaction from City Council members mixed. Councilmember Victoria Watlington wonders, is this what democracy looks like? While Councilmember Ed Driggs says the state may have a point.
When I first saw this legislation, I was pretty disappointed. I respectfully disagree with Senator Sawyer on this one. It's troubling to me because I feel that this punishes local government for exercising their voice.
I don't like it, and I certainly don't like the possibility that Charlotte ends up with a huge liability as a result, but I don't think it's unreasonable. They spent all this money based on the ongoing commitments, repeated commitments, and the fact that they spent all this money for nothing is not their fault.
Now, I am told this amendment could make it to committee as early as next week. Tonight, Charlotte leaders are reviewing the draft amendment to understand potential impacts. And of course, we'll keep you up to date on this developing story. Back to you.
Dedrick, thank you. Anyone planning